Hi, guys. Welcome to the Gig Economy Podcast. Thank you so much for listening to this shit show at times. Mark, I saw your name. I just checked the audio. It's the right audio. Your name saying hi said, "Oh, I better check the audio and make sure the stream pulling the good mic."
And that is why Mark joins the show.
That's right. He's the tech guy. He's the Apple guy. We love Mark. This show, we're going to talk about how gig work is a dirty word, Uber car seat, and bonus protection for wages.
We talked about Uber car seats before, but this is the other side of it. So
okay.
Cool.
All right. Yeah, I didn't. I just put it together. I didn't.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
If you guys can go to gigeconomyshow.com, that's where you can find everything gig economy podcast related. Please, if you have a chance, review the show. We have a review to talk about.
We'd like you to give us a better review than this one.
Yes. Let us get to that in a little bit. Let me get through this. You can go to Apple Podcasts and Spotify. You can rate and review us there. We appreciate that. If you do rate and review us and send us a screenshot of it, we'll send you out a package of something. I'm not promising what it is, but it'll be something that you can enjoy.
Should we say that it needs to be a review more than 3 stars? I mean,
I prefer 5 stars, and then tell us what you I don't know.
Or at least
tell us what you hate about us.
Make it constructive, right? I mean, so that if you don't like us, tell us why.
But just give us the 5 stars. That's all we care about. That's all we care about. I knew I read an article about a show that they would say something about the show that only someone would know, like an inside joke, like something with this show. I don't know what it would be. Like, we don't talk about geography or math or something like that. So that would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of reviews, speaking of Patreon members, Larry, Samson, Steve, Chris, Bud, Tom, Omar, Lindsay, and Delivery Cats, thank you guys so much for joining us.
I have to say that list is getting old.
It's getting old,
guys.
Oh, did you hear what they called you?
We need to add to the list, guys. Come on. It's been the same list forever, which we appreciate. We definitely appreciate what you guys are doing, but we need to add more. Come on, guys.
Now
it ain't free to run this show.
Omar, if you're listening, did I send you a t-shirt? I'm pretty sure I did. I'm working on a t-shirt for
Delivery Cats.
No, not yet. Well, and she's not a Patreon anymore, but she did at least subscribe for 3 months, so she's getting a t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's Jamie. We love her.
Of course we love Jamie.
But anyways, if you want to join the Patreon, go to patreon.com/GigEcon podcast, or just search the Gig Economy Podcast. And then Telegram group.
Mm-hmm.
We kicked somebody out and we added some people. So I think that's the first person I kicked out. So we won't talk about that too much, but got out of line.
Hey, that's the thing. We have to understand that it has to be.
We're a community, and it has to be
right. I think that the focus is community here. It has to be right for everybody, and it can't. Yeah, exactly. It's got to be for the best for the community.
Yeah, for sure. And that's it. Just had to happen. B-side. So we kind of did things a little different. If you audio listeners, you heard 2 regular podcasts in a row. We did record a B-side for you live listeners. It's getting confusing. Yes, I don't even know what day it is.
Can't figure out what we're doing.
So we have that one in the bank for the audio listeners.
And we talked to Jamie.
From Grand Rapids about Amazon Flex. So that will come out soon. And then, we're trying to line up a gig creator for next week, Wednesday.
I know.
So, and then the following Wednesday, I'm gone. So what are we going to do?
You're gone on a show night?
A vacation.
Not a B show?
It's a regular show. I'm pretty sure.
So I'm going to do that myself?
What? We're going to have to get you a host.
I need somebody to help me, guys.
There may be no slides. It may just be Jesper saying.
There might be no show. No, we'll figure something out. But if you guys want to be on the show, it's a perfect night for that.
Yeah, always looking for gig creators and gig workers.
Absolutely. Gig creators, gig workers. So.
Did I miss anything?
I think that's it.
Stories from the road, Jesper?
There's none. Because I'm still not approved to drive for Uber, and I can't get I could drive Lyft.
Do you know that Grubhub and DoorDash did my background checks in 24 hours?
You told me that, which is ridiculous, because right now when I log into, what's it called?
DoorDash?
Checker.
Or Checker.
Checker, now it says the 18th.
Do you think they're a little bit more...
10
every 10 days, they keep adding
10 pushing days. It out 10 days, yeah.
Oh, my God. That's ridiculous. Do you think they check a little bit more than DoorDash and Grubhub?
Well, are
Because
they using the same system? That's what I don't know.
well,
So here's the weird part: is when I log into Checker, there is a version of my profile that was done in April, and it was okay.
from Uber?
Yeah, they requested one in April, but they're not using that. They requested another one in May, and that's the one they're waiting for.
Why are they requesting another one?
I don't know. What am I supposed to
Did you reach out to support?
No, of course
Well,
not.
You just think they're gonna support fairy's gonna message you and say, "Hey, Jesper, this is why we did this."
This is why we did this. I'm also, I mean, the truth of the matter is also I'm super busy with everything else, and
For
so
sure.
I'm using it as an excuse. But I will get back on the road again. But right now I'm just kind of waiting. I have family coming in from out of town this
Yeah.
weekend. It's my son's graduation party on Sunday,
Yay.
Saturday. Yay!
Oh, I don't have a card from her yet. I've been busy too.
That's okay. So yeah, and so just lots of stuff going on, and so yeah.
All right. Well, here is the review from Apple Podcast, from which we could probably find this person because the name is Sunshine Delivery Services. That is the name on the Apple Podcast account.
Sunshine Delivery Service.
Correct. So we could someone look him up right
.com.
now. My guess is they're out of the United States. So
California sounds like sunshine, maybe.
No, but listen to, well, maybe they're not. Okay. There are some big words in here. We know that I'm a podcaster and I don't know big words. So I'm going to read it. The podcast is generally okay. Mind you, 1 star. If you say it's generally okay, that's at least a 3-star.
That's what I would
Why
think.
would you 1 star and say generally okay? It is, however, very patriotic in its overall approach. The show hosts are Ostenstibly. Obstinately?
You didn't put it on.
Oh, no. Oh, shoot. Sorry.
Ostensibly.
Hold on.
Ostensibly very US centric.
I did. Hold on. Sorry. It'll be hard to read, though. There we go. Sorry. US centric with scant understanding of how the gig economy operates beyond America. Keeping political debate out is part of the problem as well. Not too well informing.
So I think that's, I mean, so let's talk about that for a second.
Okay.
Because we always say, and this is kind of what we call ourselves an infotainment podcast.
Right. If he knew that or she.
So we kind of take a little bit more of the fun approach, right?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we stay away from the political on purpose.
Well, I think what he's talking about is
or she
is talking about the political part of the gig economy, meaning like we should unionize or, this whole like Prop 22 stuff. I think that's what that person is talking about. I could be wrong.
It's the whole political about the gig economy. We all know the gig economy isn't going away. It's just gonna change what's going on,
right?
And so it's the political aspects of that.
Yeah. I can't imagine he wants us to talk about taxes. Taxes.
But I mean, let's be honest though, too, and this is where it gets a little bit frustrating to me when I read a project like this. I think it's damn boring. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just, is it important? Yes. But would I want to listen to it for an hour? Hell no.
Yeah, no, no.
That's the thing. So it's just, I don't know.
Okay, so I Googled Sunshine Delivery Service. Comes up, there's a couple of them, comes up in California.
See, I told you.
Here's one, Torrance, California. And they got a 1 star on Yelp.
So he was just returning the favor, I guess. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Very narrow.
Okay, so they have a okay, I bet this is them. General Freight. This card is like from the,
I mean, there's no doubt. He's also a delivery company.
Yeah.
Personally, so which is fine. And
they have 1 vehicle and 1 driver.
So it's his own shop, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
But it's just, yeah.
I'm just going to say, if you're going to give us a bad review, at least be accurate. You say it's okay to listen to.
Right, but that's not a 1 star.
No, it's not a 1 star.
A 1 star is, this is the bullshit. Don't ever waste your time listening to this.
Right.
I mean,
100%. Yeah.
So, anyways, so what he really did was give us a 3-star.
Yeah. We can't change it.
No.
Do you know on Apple Podcasts if they are like you can get it reviewed if they're like super off base or like derogatory or something like that? You can actually get it reviewed, but he didn't really say anything derogatory.
Again, it is what it is. We want you guys to review us. We want you to be honest.
Yeah.
Because otherwise this show isn't going to grow.
And if you're a gig worker, this person, they, them, who
they, them, him,
they,
who,
them, him, her, come on the show. Let's have a conversation.
Absolutely. We encourage you, Sunshine Delivery Services, come on the show.
Yeah.
Reach out to us, team@gigeconomyshow.com, and let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
Tell us how we can do better.
We probably won't do better, but you can tell us. All right. First up on the news, this is a terrible experience. Car in disrepair. Female driver had her boyfriend driving with her. I'm going to post this video real quick. I don't think there's much there, but then we'll talk about it. Okay, so I called the ride and the car Toyota Corolla showed up with plates that matched the description because the driver had not a name native to English language. I didn't take much notice of it. She showed up with her boyfriend in the vehicle, and although I thought this was odd at the time, I didn't know it was a violation of Uber rules. About 20 minutes into the ride, I realized that the female in the passenger seat was supposed to be driving, not the man, meaning this individual could have DUIs, criminal record, and was not vetted by Uber. Naturally, this made me feel unsafe. The vehicle was also in a state of disrepair, stained seat. Okay. Crack windshield. A dashboard fan punched out. Broken taillight. Wow. So you got in. You saw the broken taillight and you still got in. Well, maybe she saw it afterwards. She's writing this, or he's writing this afterwards. Making matters worse, the whole ride, the female who was listed as the driver was fondling the driver's leg. She had a 4.54 rating, which I didn't realize, which was really low. I used the safety chat feature in my app, which was somewhat helpful. They stayed with me via text the whole way, tracked my ride, and advised me to change my destination. I had them drop me off at a random hotel just off the freeway. That was smart.
It was smart.
That was really smart.
Yep.
In fairness, they didn't do anything to jeopardize my safety or be impolite, but besides that, but that's besides the point. The driver I see could be the driver handling the vehicle without reporting as a premium rider. I have a number to call, which I promptly did. I was writing camp. I was directed to the incident safety department.
So what did that person do wrong right off the bat?
Which person?
The passenger.
They didn't check the plate.
They didn't check the driver.
They didn't check the driver. The plate
before
matched.
before the ride started. They didn't check the driver.
I mean, I got to give him a little bit of a break because I mean, if everything matches up, I mean, I don't know. I guess you would know if it was a male or a female, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe not looking at them, but she said that there was the name wasn't native to English. So
to me, though, and this was one that actually surprised us a lot in Mexico, but that's a different story. To me, it's a, and I know she said that she didn't know, but it's a flag if there's two people in the car.
Yeah, that should have been a red flag.
That should have been a red flag right away. I'm not doing this.
Yeah,
no. I mean, I could see maybe if you're just doing Uber Eats, because who cares?
Well, yeah, people do that all the time. That's right. I don't think that's against the terms of service. You have to get the food from the restaurant and deliver it, but you can have somebody in the car with you.
Right. But
yeah,
that would have been a flag for me not doing it. Steve.
Yeah, I don't know, but she should have.
Anyways,
always check the plate.
Exactly.
Always verify the driver.
Yep.
And never get in a car with two people in it because something's up.
I must admit that I like that she used the safety features of the app.
I like that it worked too.
Yep.
And they recommended dropping off it like perfect.
Good recommendation.
Everything Uber support did everything right with that.
Absolutely.
Which I liked about that.
Because they didn't encourage what's it called? Like a standstill, right? Where he's like, hey, why are you not driving? Don't start a discussion in the middle of the ride.
Oh, that's dangerous.
I know. That's the thing, right? Yeah. They didn't encourage that. They just change the destination, get out safe, and then move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't bring any attention to it unless there's a problem.
Right.
So,
right. So that was good.
John says
it was a PG.
I don't know how you could confirm that, but
oh my gosh. So here's another one. This is interesting. This is a story about how a waitress uses, and I spent some time thinking about it, but she uses Uber Eats and DoorDash to collect over close to $7,000 in fake tips.
Okay.
So that's kind of interesting. So the story goes, there's not even a video, but the only way I can think of this happening is that, so when Uber Eats or DoorDash rings up the order, it must be that the restaurant rings up an order internally on their cash register.
Yep.
And then the waitress then puts down extra tips on the receipt, and then she pockets those tips.
So
the receipt,
restaurant shows that.
Right.
How do they do that? So you're thinking they're doing that on the DoorDash tablet that they give them?
No, they can't.
Oh.
I think they must make a matching receipt on the internal PO system.
Oh.
And then put down tip there, because there's no matching tip. Because if they put tip on the app to DoorDash, that tip goes to the driver.
Right. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how they were doing that. Huh.
So anyways, I spent some time thinking about it. I think that's how it came out to it. But basically, this lady, this is in Indian River County, a restaurant employee was jailed Tuesday after deputies said that she collected nearly $7,000 in tips she sent to herself from orders made through food delivery apps. The Hurricane Grill and Wings waitress used a tip in the eatery's computer system to add tips from Uber Eats and DoorDash orders. A tab. So
how did they not get that the first night when they're like, because they would be like, these tips need to go to the driver?
Apparently they don't keep that
closer record.
Close record, because she was able to do it from January to May.
Yeah, because the restaurant would still get their money. So when they would cash out, it would be.
Yeah, but they must see a difference though, because she's taking money out of the cash register.
Yeah, but if they're running just a total of the gross sales without the tips, they're going to see if they sold $50,000 worth of steak, it's going to have $50,000 worth of steak. They're not going to see if they're not running a total on the total, but just the food total.
Well, yeah, but they must see that the money was missing because he's stealing from the restaurant.
Right. Yeah.
So anyways, then she goes, the interesting part was that Carboni told deputies that other servers are also adding tips to Uber Eats and DoorDash orders because it's an easy way for them to make money when business is slow, reports show.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not innocent, and nor is anybody else, he said. Deputies reviewed records and could not find any other server who claimed tips on the food delivery app since January 1.
I was going to say, if they did find it, it was like, yeah, you may not be the only one, but you're the greediest one.
So I just think it's interesting that she thought she was actually going to get away with it. So
yeah, people that embezzle, it's just like eventually, yeah, you're getting away with it now, but eventually you'll get caught.
The thing is that I thought was funny. She only made $7,000, right? Her bail was $10,000.
Whoopsies. Have you ever worked? I mean, you worked in grocery stores. Have you ever worked in like restaurants like that? John brought up bad management. That's how there are some restaurants that they don't know their left hand from their right hand, but somehow they're able to create this amazing food and stay in business. But I can see how that can happen.
Well, yeah, I mean, but yeah,
half of them are doing coke on the waitress's boobs in the back room anyway. So it's like, what the fuck?
How can you go 6 months without noticing?
That's a long time.
And missing $7,000.
Yeah, they probably send everything out to an accountant, and he was kind of starting adding things up and be like, this is weird. Something's not right. So
it's just weird.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Nope, that's the wrong one. This is from Ask Reddit. What's the dumbest thing you ever heard? I drive for Uber on the weekends, and one time, I swear we've talked about this, but it's too late now. I know I've read it before, so
I think it's from you. So
I drive. Yeah, I know. I sometimes share shit I've shared before. We've done a lot of shows. I drive for Uber on the weekends, and one time, a girl who was in her late 20s told me that I was making her uncomfortable. I haven't said a word the whole trip, so I asked, how could I make the situation better? She said she didn't like how I kept playing with the fidget stick in the middle of my car. I drive a manual. Then she told me that I didn't need to use that because her car didn't have that and claimed to be a mechanic. Okay. Moving on. I feel like we've talked about that, but not in those words. I think that got rewritten somehow because I don't remember the part where he said that she said she was a mechanic. I mean, I guess if you were and you never worked on manual cars, but how do you?
It's one of your controls. What do you?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Why does it make you uncomfortable?
I don't know.
This is the kind of stuff we have today, guys. I'm sorry. This is kind of a low night
for sure.
So so the next one here is talking about last week we talked about how in some cities that you as a driver could now choose to get Uber car seat.
Yes.
And so I just wanted to show this one that this is this is for Uber's passengers can request Uber car seat for parents on the go. So basically,
this isn't new. They've been able to do this, haven't they?
Well, I don't know how long time, but this is what you see in the Riders app. So that's what it was. So basically, if you are in New York, basically you can now order as we heard about just 2 weekends ago, you can order a car with a car seat and pay extra for Uber car seat.
What I know this has been around for Orlando a while, but I think they're trying to make it nationwide. Like I think it's gonna
only in major cities.
Well, like the top 10.
Right.
I mean, that's still nationwide. It's probably LA or Orlando, New York, Chicago, probably not Detroit. I don't know.
I've actually once I picked up somebody at the airport and drove them down to Maya to pick up a car seat and then drive back and pick up his family.
Yeah. So, like he went and bought one?
Yeah. Because how is he getting home?
Wow. From the airport?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So that's crazy.
So that was cool though. He must obviously had somebody else who said no.
I would have just called to cancel. I would have canceled you and just requested another one. Out of the 5 requests I do, someone will take me without a car seat.
Well, yes, maybe, but is it right?
No, it's not right. It's not right, but I can't make this picture any bigger. I don't have a picture for the show just because I don't think I could pull them. But anyways, this is Instacart. Let's see. Let me find it. Oh, he says, what picture am I on right here? Hold on. Oh, that must be the first one. That'll be good. Okay. So he's like, I have a special item I'd like you to get for me. And the Instacart shopper says, what special item? It's 3 vanilla prepaid cards. I need them for a special occasion coming up. I always do it, and they always love it. They won't let me add it myself, but my shoppers have never had a problem with adding it themselves. Shopper, I've been shopping for almost 3 years, Charlene. You got to try a scam some noob. At least you added a tip to make the scam look believable. I will start the batch and have support cancel so I can get my $7. The next shopper will see all these messages. Try again tomorrow. Thank you for choosing Instacart this evening. And he goes, you're a bitch, N-word. Cancel this. I'm getting hacked. Please, I don't need this stuff sending to my house. So he basically just went through with the order and delivered it, and he's going to get charged for all the shopping stuff. What a dumbass.
And all he really wanted was 3 gift cards.
Yeah, for sure. Fucking idiot. Sorry, I struggled on reading that. I was like, Jesper.
Yeah, me.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, we're on. No, it is. Sorry.
Well, you got to talk about
Octopus tablet. If you are not using this, I don't know why you aren't. This is a tablet that you can put in your car if you're a rideshare driver. You have to be a rideshare driver. You can't be just a food shopper. It does not work. I mean, I guess it could, but you wouldn't make really.
You have to touch it yourself.
Yeah, you have to. You're gonna have to slide your seat all the way back while you drive, and then lean over and tap it. No, this is an app that you can win. You can earn up to $100 a month, and they have contests all the time. It's trivia for your passengers. They play games. They actually can win a $25 gift card if they're the highest score of that day. You can put a driver profile on there. It tells the passengers when it's your birthday. It tells the passengers to tip your driver. It's like a whole interactive thing, and it's freaking dope. And I really love them so much.
And Jason won $1,000.
And I won $1,000, but it was random. It was a random drawing. I didn't.
Random.
Don't start the rumor.
No, it was random, guys.
Yeah, it was. So, and honestly, since then, I haven't done any rideshare. That thing's been off for like a month. I need to get back out there. Been doing some other things. So, but yeah, check them out. The link is in the description. I think Larry just signed up and got his $25 activation bonus. So I'm assuming that's going on. They had a bunch of contests last week. And I didn't win anything because clearly I'm not driving. But yeah, check them out. It's worth it. It's passive income.
Right.
Small passive income, but $100 a month. I mean, it'll maybe pay your.
Well, it'll help pay for some of your gas.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you're driving a hybrid, that $100 a month might cover your whole gas for the whole month. Hybrids are great. All right. Uber search prices.
So this is interesting, and it made me think of a story that, and I don't know if it's actually true, but I'm going to read it, and then we can talk about it from an American perspective, because I think there's some
because we live in America.
So Uber search prices to be capped in New South Wales, which is where.
New Zealand,
I think.
Or
the rideshare company has signed a deal with New South Wales government, which will restrict how high prices can go during during times of peak demand, such as major emergency incidents or public transport failures. Company faced outrage in March. The company faced outrage in March this year when Sydney's train system came to a complete halt during the commute home due to a technical fault. Yeah. For some travelers, a ride that usually costs 40 Australian dollars skyrocketed to over 500 Australian dollars. Yes. Uber was forced to apologize and said it refund customers who were charged significant sums. Speaking to Sydney radio station 2GB, Transport Minister Joe Halen said today a sensible agreement had been struck. So, anyways, that's all I'm going to read. I feel like something like that has been going on in America as well. Like, I feel like there was some things that was going on where it was just going crazy, and Uber had come to the agreement with some of the local authorities that wasn't going to happen again. I feel like we heard about that a couple of years ago or something like that. There was some events that
I think it was like natural disasters, like it was a fire or something like that.
Yeah, and please tell me if I'm not right, but I feel like that there is some exactly. It's what you said during natural. If the federal government deemed it's an emergency area, I think that's what it was.
Okay.
Then they can't just skyrocket the prices. What's going on?
Nothing.
Well, the camera switched.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I did what I had to say. So I think that's what happened, but I think that's good that they are coming to those agreements in Australia. You don't think it's too good?
Well, yeah, I do as a customer, but then it's like it's the government involvement, right?
Sure.
The government's getting involved. So like how far are we allow the government to get involved, not create rules, not do Prop 22, but like stop the surge? I mean, it's supply and demand, right? I'm not saying
but how far is it supply and demand?
I know. I'm just being on the other side. I'm not saying I'm like I don't want people to get ripped off if something terrible is going on. You know what I mean? If people are trying to escape whatever it is.
So the problem I have is and here's where it gets iffy, right? The prices isn't set by the drivers.
Correct.
The prices is set by the app.
Yeah.
And so maybe there should be a ceiling as to how much it can be.
Yeah. I mean, that again, I actually do agree with that. I'm just thinking on the.
And Janet says it's only one state.
Yeah, I saw it's Australia. Like as soon as
only New South Wales.
Yeah, I know. But when I said it's in New Zealand, I knew as soon as I said that I better Google it, and I realized it wasn't in New Zealand.
She said it's Australia and it's New South Wales. So, but and it's only one state. But the question now becomes, and Janet, maybe you can help us, is all the other states in Australia going to follow? And is it going to happen all over the place?
So go back to the initial story. Was it because of a natural disaster? Because I was Googling.
It was the train system came to a halt.
Oh, okay. Well, so kind of the same thing. It's something that's like, hey, this is not the fault of the people.
Right.
People aren't it's not just busy because of Taylor Swift. It's busy because no one else can move in the city.
Correct.
So I think that's fair. I think it should be something like that, but it's hard for.
But the question is, though, here's where it gets weird, really weird. Wouldn't an event like that maybe interest more drivers, and then eventually it would even itself out?
Yeah, it would.
I mean, that's the powers of the capital market.
But how long is it going to go before enough drivers? I mean, if it happened at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday,
right?
I mean, I probably wouldn't jump on.
Well, right.
I mean, if it was a Friday night, yeah, it might level out a lot quicker.
Yeah, no idea if it's going any further. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll talk about the government involvement.
I think the real question here is, and maybe Janet can help us with this, and maybe she's already answered. I don't know. Does the government has involvement in new drivers signing up? Is the part of that process? Do they have to approved? Bye, Julia. That's what we don't know.
What do you mean?
Well, so in America, the government has no say in whether or not you can be an Uber driver.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. Is that the case?
I would doubt. No way.
Well, but
it's not China.
No, but it's something that you have to do to become a driver and to become a livery driver or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. What kind of government is like Australia's just like, or do they have
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. We're terrible.
We
live in this bubble. And we don't know shit. You're the most well-traveled person I know. Like, at least you've lived in another country. I don't know shit that happens outside. I don't know what happens inside this country.
But you at least have been out of America.
Yeah, to Mexico and Canada. Vacation Mexico and Canada. That does not count. Well, no, I've been to a couple mission trips in Mexico, but
there
anyways.
There you go. But again, so maybe Janet can tell us about what kind of government that they have in Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, it's always weird. I'm so excited. Janet sent me a screenshot today. It's 104 days till the picnic.
I was going to say, why are we excited about that?
Yeah,
because Janet is going to be there, right? And so if you are gonna come meet Janet, you have to come to the picnic, guys.
Where did you pull this? So Jesper does the rundowns now. There was a picnic thing on here that said talk about the picnic, and it's missing. No, did you pull it from the last show?
I just deleted it.
Oh, you fucking idiot. I was like, wait, we didn't talk about it.
We're talking about the picnic.
Well, right now it just happened to happen because Janet was talking about it.
So they have a state government and a federal whole country.
Oh, so
government.
like America.
Yes. But what type of government is it? What is it is primarily
is it like the UK?
Probably. Yeah, is it a democracy or whatever? I mean, whatever.
It's not a dictatorship.
Sorry. No, I know that, but it's probably some. Yeah, I mean, do you have a prime minister? Or do you have a president?
They have a prime minister.
Yeah,
but I think that's basically like a president. Man, we better shut up. We're
horrible.
That guy's gonna review us. Say they don't know nothing about anything outside America.
Shit. 1 star. Too much politics.
Too much politics.
Okay, Mike, we're gonna shut up. So what was I gonna say? Back to the picnic before you put one on. Right? When is it?
September 23.
At what time?
2 to 4.
Where?
Riverside Park at the Island Shelter in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
So good. I'm excited. 2 to 4. Come see us, but more excitingly, come see Janet.
And Larry's going to be there.
Larry's going to be there.
What John's question mark?
No, John, you better be there.
That's a long ass drive for him.
Beat your ass. Oh, did it say that?
Yeah. Yeah. He better. I just joined his Patreon. You should check out his show, the I Can Complain podcast.
I know, it's so funny.
It just hit.
Stop listening to it.
It just hit episode 100, and you can hear Jesper in every single episode.
What?
Yes.
I
know that you don't listen because
I have not listened to some of them.
When he plays, when his outro, it's like, John, fuck, I just wasted an hour of my life or something like it. It's that clip. Almost every episode he plays that. You're famous on his show.
Oh no, it's a good show, guys. Go listen to it.
Only if you don't want to be offended, because you will be offended.
There's a lot. It is not political correct.
It is not.
But I don't think he cares.
No, I Can Complain podcast. Congratulations, John, on the 100th episode. And he just launched a Patreon. So.
Awesome. Good job, John.
I'm lost. Where are we now?
We are to Dasher support.
All right. I keep getting a notification that our back blaze isn't backing up. This is totally not have nothing to do with it.
Huh? Did you pay for it?
Yeah, I'll have to email them. I've had this up before. It said backed up as of 5:28, and then it says currently backing up. It's like it's stuck.
Well, we all know that real men don't take backups, but they cry a lot.
I don't get it. Don't take backups.
Real men doesn't do backups, but they cry a lot.
I don't get it. Explain it to me. I swear to God, I don't get it.
You don't do backups because you're a real man, but you cry a lot because of shit you lose for not doing backups.
Like actual backups?
It's a joke, man.
Oh,
come on. Wow.
Dasher support. I'm sorry for the inconvenience caused to you. You can always unassign yourself from the order by using the self-help option if you want to proceed to the next order. Please note that unassigning will affect your completion rate. No, I'm not being penalized for restaurants not fulfilling orders. Not fulfilling orders. That's a joke. I have noted this thing as feedback. We definitely want to understand how we can avoid this type of issue in the future.
So,
do you want to know this about? There's a huge debate going on in the gig economy chat rooms. What is this fucking AOL 1995 in the groups? People are losing their mind having to fill a soda. So like Panda Express, a lot of times I know we're back to this again. They give you a cup and you have to fill the soda, and Wingstop is notorious for doing it too. People, the debates, I mean, hundreds of comments on these Facebook posts. And that's what that guy was bitching about. He was bitching about that the restaurant didn't fulfill the order. And so he wanted to unassign it. Like you're going to drive all the way to a restaurant. You see that
it's going to take you 12 seconds to fill the cup?
Yeah. I could see if it was like 6 drinks. I get it. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not filling 6 drinks. But if it's 2, even if it's 4, I could probably do 4. 4 should take you 90 seconds. But you're going to drive all the way there. You're going to waste the gas, and then you're going to give up everything. You don't get paid for anything. You unassign it and you walk away just because you're not going to fill a drink.
So we were actually just at Subway today, and they had a special place for Uber and Lyft to pick up their orders, right?
Yeah.
Not Lyft, sorry, Uber Eats and Dashers. And it said a sign right there that said, please double check the receipt that you take the drink. And if it's not there, please ask for a cup and fill it up.
Yeah. How many people take that and don't fill it up or just forget about it?
But still.
I know. Seriously.
Oh my God, his shirt.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I love you. Thank you for now I don't have to think about it because I would have thought about it until next show, and then I would.
Good job, Omar.
Yeah, this is a huge debate that's going on right now. It surfaces like every 6 months. I'm like, I get it. We're not supposed, and then people are like, it's a sanitary issue. It's a health department Why is it a health department violation? Because you're filling it and not the restaurant. My guess is you probably have dirtier hands, but I'm just saying, like, why is people are like, it's illegal. It's illegal.
So ask yourself this though. If you are the ordering party, would you want your driver to fill up the cup, or would you want the restaurant to fill up the cup? Where's the
It's a good question, actually.
I know, right? That's the thing.
I would probably want the restaurant to pick it up or to fill it up.
And now it becomes an insurance problem.
Well, then now you're digging deep.
No, but that's the thing.
But I mean, what insurance that you got, like some jizz on the cup or something?
Well, let's just say that there's something on the hands. And you catch, I mean, I don't know.
I know, but there's no way you're going to.
Where is the what am I looking for?
The liability?
Yeah, where's the liability?
I want to know what the policy is. Like, is this a DoorDash policy? Is this the restaurant policy? Like, or they just don't want to pull a worker off the floor to go fill sodas? Because like a Panda Express, the machine is outside the area. meaning they would have to walk past the counter outside of the where they prep everything and fill the drinks. I wonder if that's the issue.
Okay, but then let me ask you another question. So let's say it's Panda Express.
Yeah.
Where does it stop?
In regards to restaurants?
Yeah. So is the Uber driver supposed to go back behind the kitchen and fill up the buckets too? He needs two things. Well, not even that. He needs two things of rice, and so there's put the food in the buckets.
I see. Yeah.
I mean, where is it?
Where do you draw the line?
I
yeah.
know.
Well, it's funny. This is kind of related. So when we do eat McDonald's, we use the app because we get a bunch of reward points. And one time I put in the app to go inside the store. They handed me the cups. I had to fill my own drinks.
Right.
But if you go through the drive-thru, they fill them for you. So I'm like, I'm not going inside anymore because I didn't want to wait in the drive-thru line. Right. Like, they handed me the cup. I paid for you to fill this. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know why it's such a big debate. I rarely comment on those groups. I kind of a lurker and just, gather information. I've been commenting like, seriously, you guys, filling a drink takes like 15 seconds. Like, you're going to give up money because you had to fill a drink? I don't know.
But I mean, I think the question is it about the time, or is it about what's right or
wrong? But what are you going to do? I mean, I get right and wrong, but are you going to unassign?
Me?
Yeah.
Probably not.
You're just going to fill it and move on with
your life. I would fill the cup, move on with my life.
Yeah. I don't even care. I want to get out of there as quick as possible. I want to move on to the next order. I'm not going to be like messaging support and blah, blah, blah. Right. Like, I don't know. Have I unassigned stuff? Yeah, because it's going to take too long. That's the
I would
mix up the ice. Actually, it's funny you bring that up about the cup. When I fill people's cups, I actually try to do them a favor and not fill it with ice, because those restaurants, you go to Wendy's, it's like they fill the fucking ice all the way to the top and you get like 10 ounces of soda. I only fill just the bottom because that's what I would want. You know what I mean? So at least I try to help the person out when I fill their soda. But oh my God, people are freaking idiots.
Oh, we talked way too long about that one. So
yeah,
next one here, I think is very interesting. It's a 30-day bonus protection, which is like, are you kidding me?
It's from Lyft. Now you're gonna have to explain this to me a little bit because I don't quite get it.
Well, I don't even know who posted it, but here's the thing.
Gabe.
Okay, so here's my thing. Who cares? What happened to my photo?
I'm sorry.
You needed my photo.
Sorry, I thought I was trying to make it bigger, and it's on the screen, but it's so hard to see.
Okay, so here's the thing. Complete 210 rides, right?
Yep, that's how it works. That's step one.
Right. Track your bonus earnings, and then earn at least $200 in bonus. So basically, if you don't get at least $200 of the 210 rides, then they're gonna give you up to the $200.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand what the advantage is.
There's none.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was confused. I'm like, what is the advantage of earning?
There's none here. This is like, who the hell cares about a $200 bonus?
Or are they saying like, is it like bonuses like streak rides and stuff like that? Are they guaranteeing that you'll get?
The way I read this is a maximum. It's a minimum $200 earnings on 210 rides.
I disagree. It's 200, at least 200 in bonuses. It says in bonuses. I gotta zoom this up. I can't fucking see this stupid ass thing. I need my freaking glasses. Where's the zoom? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Track your bonus earning. The bonuses that count toward this offer are ride streaks and ride challenges. So this is not earnings. Other bonuses, such as bonus zones on the map, do not count. If your bonus earnings from 6-1 to 7-1 are below $200, you'll get paid the difference.
So you get an additional. Okay.
So if you earn 160 in bonuses, you get an additional $40.
See, this is how smart I am. Okay.
But no, I was the same way.
I know shit.
And when I freaking read it, I was like, I don't understand this.
But yeah, I don't do Lyft.
We know you'd rather not work than do Lyft.
I did get a bonus offer this week for Uber though.
You did?
One of the little ones.
How can you? You can't drive.
It was a rides only. And it was $95 for 15 rides.
Oh,
but I couldn't take it.
It's this weekend?
I have 2 weeks to do it.
I would start messaging them right now.
I don't I won't have time. I don't drive.
Oh,
anyways.
that's right. You're
I won't be
busy.
driving
All right.
anyways.
Earn an extra. Is this one mine?
Yep.
Earn an extra $10 on every pickup. Now, this is dope. This is in Chicago. There is a big concert that is taking place on Soldier Field Friday, Soldier Field today, June 2nd through Sunday, June 4th. You have the opportunity to make extra money.
So it was last weekend.
Yeah, shut up. We know. I don't explain that. From Friday to Saturday, you can make an extra $10 on every pickup you make from the Uber zone each day. Wonder why they're doing that.
Probably
because they're not expecting a surge, so they're trying to get drivers.
Or they want more drivers out there,
so they don't have to charge but they want to charge the customer more.
But the surge also gives you a bad reputation.
It's true. It's true.
I don't know.
Uber's never really done that here. I mean, the most we've ever gotten is like the $2.50 or the $3 if you're in that little picture. You know, I haven't heard from a while. Chris Postumus. Where's he been?
I don't know.
I made me think about it because he's always talking about those little extra bonuses.
He does a lot of those little bonuses on Lyft.
The Lyft streaks for sure.
So I don't know where he's at.
Middleton Tech, go to our description if you want apps that help you make more money and keep you more safe on the road. Currently, I've been doing a little bit of Amazon Flex. Thanks to Jamie. We talked, so she got me really excited about Amazon Flex. So there's a Flex Alert. There's one for Uber, Grubhub, and Lyft.
So do you use Flex Alert?
Oh, yeah. All the time. And it does not violate terms of service because it does not grab the blocks for you.
Right. It just tells you.
It tells you when they go up or when they drop.
Right.
And it's actually at times, and this is not a Gary thing. I think things happen so fast that it's not as accurate. I mean, it's just like so fast and people are grabbing them. But I would say it works 80% of the time as far as and that's good. And it just keeps you aware of what's going on. But check that out. It keeps you safe on the road, especially because it auto declines, auto accepts rides. You can set up any parameter you want. If you're working on a short bonus where you just want short rides, you can set that up to don't give me anything, farther than 3 minutes away, yada, yada, yada. So check that out. Thank you, Gary, for supporting the Gig Economy podcast.
So this next one is interesting.
Yeah.
So it's a Reddit for the DoorDash group.
Yep.
And he goes, didn't get my sandwich. Had DoorDash redeliver the order. DoorDash sent me 6 redeliveries using 6 different dashes.
How does that?
How does that even work?
A glitch in the matrix.
I must be.
We need to talk about Lyft glitch. It's not on this rundown, but yeah, I saw that people were commenting I couldn't believe. Did he redeliver? All the redelivers have the sandwich. Yeah.
He got the sandwich at least.
So. Yeah. Now that's acceptable customer service. Somebody commented. I like Reddit. Reddit can be ruthless, but they have some funny ass commenters on there.
I know. He should have given the last ones to the last drivers. Though.
I mean, but why did or maybe he lined those up?
Oh yeah,
because it was 6 different drivers. Oh my gosh.
It's Burger King that made a giant mistake.
Yeah, they sure did. So Lyft, you probably didn't see it because you've been really busy, but Lyft had a glitch yesterday where it was charging the rider an exorbitant amount of wait time. People were finishing rides and it would say 18 hours of wait time. So people were making $100 and $200 for 5 mile rides. Yeah. And I mean, a ton of people had that glitch. So everyone's like, big deal. Lyft's going to take the money back, right? Someone tonight, just before the show, posted in one of the groups that Lyft, they had an email, but it looked Photoshopped that said, Lyft, we're sorry that this happened. We're not going to take the money back. It's a glitch and we fixed it. We're moving on. There's no way Lyft is not going to take the money back. Everyone, it was 50% thought it was Photoshopped and 50% didn't. You know me, I can't spot a Photoshop, so I thought it was real, and I thought that was really good on Lyft. But then I started reading the comments. I'm like,
it has to be Photoshop.
It has to be Lyft. There's no way Lyft is going to be. I mean, we're talking these were $250 payments.
I bet stuff like that is in the terms
of service.
Oh yeah.
If we make a mistake, we have a right to
take our money back.
Yeah, because and if you try to cash out real quick, you probably will be able to cash it out, but you're going to be negative in your account. They're just going to
then take the money back.
Yeah, it's not like they're. I mean, I guess if you never drove again, they may not get their money back. But the second you start driving again, you're going to be in the negative until that's paid off.
Right.
It's like anyways. I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, but
I've never seen a glitch like that before.
But maybe this is one of the reasons why Lyft is going down. Going down, Lyft.
I hope they don't. I want an option.
Well, as you said, Uber said they have no interest.
But what if Amazon buys them? I guess they're still there then.
I
know, but I hope they don't go out of.
I don't know.
All right,
they gotta make changes though. So this is interesting. This was actually a new platform that I have not heard on before.
It's DoorDash, bro.
What are you talking about?
What are you looking at?
You skipped one?
Yeah, you started talking. It was
Sorry.
It was mine. I was just gonna let you read it.
Oh no, you can take that. I'm sorry.
Sorry, DoorDash. I got an order to AutoZone today just to grab an oil filter for the customer, and they made me unassign it because I wasn't wearing tennis shoes. What the hell? I was wearing Crocs, not sandals. When I entered the store, the person at the counter told me I had to go into the back to get the part from the woman back there. When I got back there, she told me I couldn't take the order because of my shoes.
What the hell?
Why they couldn't hand me the order at the counter, I don't know. But I didn't want to argue. It was my first order of the day for $8. I knew it would just eat up my time to try to contact DoorDash about it.
What the hell?
It's probably like, I wish I should have saved this, the comments on that, but it's probably like they have a rule. If you're in the back room, you have to wear closed-toed
shoes.
Yes, because of safety, because of whatever, because you could drop something. Liability. But again, why didn't you hand them to just like over the counter?
Go up front.
Yeah, and it was what was the part? It was an oil filter, so it's not like it was a heavy part.
Shit.
Yeah, some of the comments were like, I've worn sandals every time I've gone in there. It's never been a problem. My guess is somebody at AutoZone had a bug up their ass, and they're like, what? So you won't want me to, you're fucking your customer, right? The customer that needs this oil filter, you're fucking them by not letting me take it out.
Right.
So I thought that was stupid.
Oh, it is.
Now it's your turn.
Now it's my turn. So this is, excuse me.
I would have just let it rip.
So this is a platform that I have not heard of before. It's called Gravy Work. And it's much like, we talked about a platform like that in Michigan not too long ago, but I forget the name of it. But anyway, so this is, it's in Falls Church, Virginia, and it's a platform called Gravy Work, that an app-based platform that connects gig workers with available jobs from as little as one shift to longer-term gigs. Has seen an increase.
Are you talking about labor?
Yes.
You were talking about MSU before the show.
Yeah, but labor was backed by MSU.
They were?
Yeah.
I don't remember that interview.
Anyways. So, has seen an increase in interest from seniors looking for gig jobs. And this is the interesting part from seniors. Those occasional fill-ins or regular side hustles in recent years. They said that those jobs are in demand. And the cool thing is that these are seniors that have picked up these skill sets over the years in
just being old.
Yeah, well, exactly. And so now they're able to reuse these skills that they've used to, using this app called Gravy Work. So that's kind of cool.
That is really cool.
So a lot of people forget how many skills they picked up over their careers. People have done all sorts of things like writing and crunching numbers. People have developed the skill of talking to other people, connecting with people, leading in some form or fashion, figuring out how to solve tough problems. And all of that matters in the gig economy. So they're seeing an increase in these learned skills.
Yeah.
And they're seeing more people doing that. So that's kind of cool. Seen as interested in gig work, not only to make a little extra money in retirement, but as a way to stay engaged and active as well. And we all know that is super important for seniors.
Yes, it is. And it's good for their mind.
I know.
To be doing like projects like that.
Absolutely. So Gravy Work said that it has an interesting shift in its referral network, with many now coming from military spouses and teachers organizations. So that's pretty cool. But the big takeaway here is Gravy Work. Look at that app. It's a new one if you are interested in doing more.
Is it specific? Is it only for old people, or just people seem to be gravitating?
They're just seeing an increase in older seniors signing up. So
okay, that's pretty cool.
So that is cool. Yep. So
yeah, I like to see active seniors. I had a day where I was working at Little Debbie, and some guy came up to me. Now, mind you, we know where I lean. He had a MAGA hat on. Okay, and I just talked to him. Nicest fucking guy. Not that just because he had a MAGA hat on, but I was expecting some things. Mm-hmm. And he was like, yeah, I work for Fred Meyer. This was at Meyer. I was stocking shelves for Little Debbie.
Okay.
I work for Fred Meyer, man. I love that man. When he passed away, I cried. And he's just telling me this story. I'm like, he wouldn't shut the fuck up. He's like, my wife's in the store and we got split up. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I gotta stock these little Debbies. I got shit to do. He needs to go to that app and find something to do so he's not talking to the little Debbie guy in the store. That was my story.
No, and you're correct.
Yeah,
you're correct. So.
Yeah, they need work. They need to keep their mind working.
So Gravywork began by serving the hospitality industry and has since expanded to events, functions, and logistics, all which have both skilled labor and office jobs. So,
by the way, labor, I'm kind of turned off by them. They spam me so much.
Still doing that?
I blocked them. Ugh. I had to block them. Like, they were calling me and like leaving me. Like, I like the connection of like they're trying to like. I hate phone calls, but I do like that they actually are like live people trying to say, hey, we have this offer and stuff like that. But instead of like an unmanned, like I get texts from Walmart Spark all the time and it just doesn't feel the same. But I was like, oh my God, like I unsubscribed. I like said I wasn't interested and they kept calling. So I had to block them. And I'm like, that's too much if I have to block them.
No, yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
They're overdoing
and we interviewed them, and they were really cool guys, and I'm sure they're still cool guys. I'm just saying I didn't
but don't overdo it.
I didn't like the aggressive, not marketing, but like trying. I mean, I get it; they need workers, but I don't know. Find another way.
Well, don't spam.
Don't spam.
No,
so
that's not cool.
What do we got left for time? What do we got? This will probably be the last one. Which is a good one. Sorry.
We need to have that one because you're in your headline.
Yeah. How gig work has become a dirty word. This is a long ass article, so I'll try to paraphrase. I actually read the whole fucking thing. So with 11,000 film and television writers in the Writers Guild of America union went on strike this month. They called out deteriorating working conditions, criticized unfair pay, and they worried about losing their jobs to AI. Okay. One demand stood out. Hollywood writers wanted studios to guarantee them weeks of work at a time, giving them some certainty rather than a new method that would hire them by the day. In other words, they wanted to avoid becoming part of the gig economy. Adam Conover, a comedian, said studios were trying to employ us one day a week like we're Uber drivers. David Simon, the creator of The Wire, wrote the screenwriting had become a ruthless gig economy. And Lisa, can't pronounce it, a writer and producer for Law & Order and SVU, tweeted that we fight for writing as a career, not a cheap gig. We're looking at our future where writers could be hired per day in order to come work on ongoing series. Writers already work on a freelance basis, but she said day-to-day arrangements were more unpredictable and left them in a bind. Unable to predict their finances, pay their rent. Suddenly, a television writer is going from job to job trying to patch their annual income. So what? Why the fuck should I hire you for a month if you're only going to write for once a week? I think this is bullshit. I think they should go to gig platform. That they better like it because that's where it's going.
Right.
Why should a company pay? Is that your phone going off? You good? Yeah. Why should a company pay a writer for an entire month and they may only write once a week?
Well, it becomes part of the longevity of the writer, right?
Yeah.
You get the same quality every time.
But if you're a good writer, then you're going to work every day, right?
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I just think like you guys, I understand where you're coming from because you want a consistent income. You want to get on this job and like this show is going to be for 2 years. So you got to consistent income. I don't fault them for that.
No.
But the gig economy is where it's going. If these companies can be like, I can pay you per day and I don't need you Friday. So why am I going to pay you Friday, Saturday, Sunday when I don't need you?
So on that note, though, are we giving up quality of television or of entertainment?
I don't give a fuck. I don't watch television.
No, but entertainment.
I mean, I guess that's what they're worried about. They're worried to become because so it's basically, in other words, for some gig work has become shorthand for instability and low wages. That's what they're worried about. They're worried about the label of now gig work used to be like, oh, flexible schedule. And now people label it as like you're paid poorly and you're not smart and all that other stuff. So I mean, I don't think it. I mean, equality is quality. Why would you write worse if you got paid for 6 days instead of 6 weeks?
No. I'm not saying you're gonna write worse. I'm saying the companies are gonna
hire less.
Hire less.
But why would they though? They want to make If you hire a writer for shitty work, you're gonna get shitty work. I mean, they want it to be successful too. They just don't want to pay out the ass for somebody that maybe only be writing once a week.
Right. So what happens if you have a successful show and we're gonna say, well, to save some money, we're gonna make every 4th episode be crap because who cares? They're still gonna watch.
That is a good point. Down the road, they could cut corners by that and say, fuck this story. Well,
I know, but they're gonna watch it. They're gonna come back.
That's a really good point. I never thought you've made some really good points tonight. I can appreciate that. Let's see. Over the last decade, the idea of gig work has been popularized by app-based platforms like Uber and Lyft, which classify their drivers as independent contractors and avoid avoid treating them as employees. Many full-time workers, especially in those low-wage jobs, were enticed to these platforms by the prospect of working flexible hours and driving passengers around to make money. Do you think that's what it was? It was enticing low-wage workers in factories to do that, or was it enticing like you and I be like, man, I'd really like to make some extra money to buy stuff?
Well, for me, it's always been the extra money.
Yeah.
But also, as I also say, for me, it's also I like the ability to help out.
I know you say that, but God, you're such a humanitarian because I don't really care. I mean, I'm not being heartless. I do care for people, but like I'm out there to make money. I don't really care to get drunks home because I'm home anyways. Like I'm not worried about it. I know why, because your kids will be driving. I get that.
Well, I mean, as I said, I'm not going out if I'm not making money. So
yeah,
it's not that.
Yeah, you're not going out driving Lyft, so you don't care too much.
Right. That is true. But I'm bummed.
But
I took that one.
Yeah, you did.
I walked right into that one.
Yeah, it was a softball. So yeah, it's just all these fights about labor advocates and blah 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 and stuff like that.
I mean, I think the truth of the matter is that no matter what, the entire workforce is changing.
Yeah, it is.
And it's going to continue to do the same.
I'll be interesting to see how it continues with other companies because it's slowly creeping in. It's slowly creeping in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. I
mean, I'm a developer. Every day, it's been doing it for 10 years, more than that.
Yeah.
You know, you have freelancer, you have all the big companies. You can go online and just say, hey, I want you to write these 10 lines of code or whatever.
Yeah.
Make coffee. Oh, I can do that for $8.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's true. And I mean, even in our business, the editing, I mean, I think the reason that, you know, it's tough to get going in the podcast editing business, because people can go to Fiverr and they'll do it for like a third of what you're charging. You know what I mean?
But you don't get the consistency.
You don't get the consistency, but it's just people undercut all the time. And I mean, undercutting is one thing, but like totally destroying the market is another thing. And that's what Fiverr's doing. So, anyways.
Yep.
Well, we must have died because 840 was our last comment. So we must have got boring as fuck. No, that's okay.
We still have 7 people watching, though.
I love all those 7 people. 2 on Facebook, 1 on Twitch. That's Mark, and 4 on YouTube. 4 on YouTube. Oh, Mark comments now. You dirty bitch.
Thank you so much, Mike. He's on Twitch.
Hey, Mark, kick your brother in the balls. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys so much. We had a couple more things, but we're not doing a Patreon tonight. Jesper had a long day, and we are going to get the fuck out of here. And I don't have any kids tonight, so my wife and I are going to get ice cream after this, but I've had 2 beers, so she has to drive. Anyways, guys, we'll see you next week. Hopefully have a gig creator. We may have to pivot. Who knows? But I got a couple emails out there. But as always, guys, don't put up with anyone's bullshit.
And we'll see you on the road.
Good night.